Hey guys, I'm getting an early start. Technically, it's about 2 in the morning today, but I just couldn't sleep, and my plans for tomorrow just got changed at the last minute. So I figured I might as well get some work done. I'm going to start off by showing you a pretty major problem with this new tripod adapter here, but I can make a quick modification to make it work. The problem is there is no metal top. It has a nice brass threading, but the top is just this really thin piece of plastic. And you can see that little bubble in the middle. That is because I tried screwing it on the light stand and it just wants to go right through because this is not deep enough to bottom out on the standard size threads. So what I'm going to do is stack some washers so I can get it to actually bottom out here and not be poking out this top plastic bit. So I'm going to go ahead and find some washers, stick this guy on the tripod, and I'll just talk while I do some work. There we go. Perfect. Just needed that little extra depth, and now it's not trying to poke out the top. Why they bother to manufacture it like that, I have no idea. I mean, it's just such a simple little design change, and it would completely make it a great little adapter. Alright, anyway, I'm going to get going here. Well, since I can't really sleep right now, I might as well get some work done and babble on while I do so. You know, I mentioned that way back when I started eating healthy. Oh, shoot. God, I hate when they use cellophane that's too tight for the bands. So annoying. I mentioned that it's really expensive. And what I'm finding, the more I do it and the more things I eat, quote unquote, fresh, it's not only expensive, it's annoying. Specifically, is that on right? No, damn it. Specifically, how often you have to shop. Now, I don't mind going out and getting stuff for a meal or a specific recipe or to stock up. You know, that's okay with me. But I'm a low maintenance kind of person in general. I mean, everything from my haircuts to, you know, the way I structure my business and website. I mean, just everything. I don't like wasting time. And that includes unnecessary maintenance. Well, for example, I mentioned lettuce. I love lettuce. I eat it on a lot of stuff, but it is impossible physically to store it very long. And it is not possible to buy it cheaply in small quantities like you can in large. For example, I can buy a whole head of lettuce, and by the time it's going bad, I've only used maybe a quarter of the head. And for about the same price, I can get a small bag of shredded lettuce, and I can use usually about 2/3 or 3/4 of it before it goes bad. And by bad, I mean you would not want to eat it. I still use it when it's starting to wilt. I don't mind it. But when it gets completely soggy and turning brown, as opposed to a little bit of yellow, I'm not going to eat that. But you're still just tossing away money down the drain because there's no way to keep it for more than 4 or 5 days. Really, it's about what I get out of it. And I found out the hard way the apples are the same thing. I bought that $20 worth of apples about a week ago, I guess, and had to toss, maybe a quarter of them, not quite a quarter, but a handful of them, because they're all starting to rot and get holes and mushy and huge soft spots caving in, and I had no idea. I'd never really, bought apples to eat before, just as a recipe or, use for something specific. I'd never bought a quantity of them. So, found out the hard way that apples don't keep that long either, which surprised me. It never would have occurred to me that apples, or I guess most fruits, would go bad that quickly. But these certainly did. I told my wife and she laughed. She's like, duh. She's been eating fresh fruit and vegetables for a long time, but like I said, it's new to me. So, lesson learned there. I'm still really loving these Fuji apples. I mean, they're not only delicious to eat, they have an almost immediate effect on my appetite. I mean, I noticed it. It was very obvious. And I said to myself, wow, have I eaten today? I mean, I just was not hungry. And it's just from eating 2 or 3 of these apples a day, which was no big deal. I mean, they were like candy. Really great texture. They really tasted to me very close to the Apple Orchard apples that I got as a kid up in Michigan. Obviously not the same, but they had a very similar flavor profile. So I was really enjoying them. But my point is, I'm a low maintenance kind of guy, and having to go back every 3 or 4 days to the store to get these things, it's just maintenance to me. You know, I can't buy a couple weeks worth of apples, for example, like I can canned goods or dry goods or, you know, even some liquid stuff. So, spending a lot more time eating fresh. It's just one of the new things to me. I know many people are going to laugh at that because I'm an idiot, like I should have known it. But I have not been a fresh fruit and vegetable person at all. I still wouldn't say I am, but there's just a few that I'm learning that I'm digging right now. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. So I got to go back to the store tomorrow and get some more lettuce and apples, among some other things. Didn't make it out tonight. I was going to go, and man, I don't know if it's the time change or the fact that this cold weather, and by cold I don't mean Florida cold, I mean it's down into the 40s right now. And it just started rolling in the past couple days. And once that sun goes down, man, that temp drops 20 degrees real quick. We actually had a frost warning last night. But I don't know if it's that, or that combined with the fact that it's pretty much dark by 5:30 now. Really feeling sleepy tired. It's like hard to get motivated to do much, even just to shoot. I just want to veg in front of a movie or something. It's not that I'm worn out, just kind of lethargic. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm craving those apples right now. I'm tempted to go to Walmart tonight, but again, I'm feeling kind of tired. I'm tired enough where I don't want to go out and do anything, but I'm awake enough where I don't want to just lay in bed, so I might as well do some of this. What I'm doing here is the basic prep for all the stuff I have to shoot. You got to take off the outer cellophane, and depending on how they are inside, sometimes you have to take off the cellophane of this, sometimes there's other dividers you have to do stuff to. And these are fairly simple. They just had that one decorative ribbon. I'm just tucking that underneath, and then that will be ready for me to grab and quickly shoot. So I put all of those in the back room because you got the humidifiers to keep the levels better. That way I don't have to run them here in the main house. I can shut that sliding door. So my plans tomorrow changed because at the last minute, the guy called me. He's a DJ and he got a last minute gig, so we have to reschedule. And we're both just absolutely swamped. He's as busy with his business as I am with mine. And I was going to kind of be out in his area. I mean, an hour closer than he lives out in Lakeland, so it's hour and a half, hour and 3/4 or so drive. You know, not close. We only see each other a few times a year. But I had an appointment. I still have an appointment for Thursday afternoon, within a half hour of him. And I was going to be done around 3, so I said, well, you know, let's see if we can hook up Thursday. He's like, no, working all night Thursday too. So, it's tough around the holidays. All this last minute stuff coming in. Got another corporate gig to give a quote on. Don't have high hopes for that one, but you never know. So you don't want to pass up on stuff just in case. So anyway, that's what was on my mind right now. Since this tripod adapter is working really well, and I do like it now, it's super easy and fast to put the phone in. You just pull up on a little tab, nice little spring mount, doesn't take two hands like the other one. And you don't slide it in between the rails like the old one, so there's no possibility of scratching the phone. And it's held in between two pieces of rubber. So it's not only secure, but safe and fast. It's also smaller than the old unit. But tomorrow I will start the car detailing video. I do it in 3 stages, only one of which really takes a lot of time. And that's interior, glass, and paint work. And I include the trim and exterior plastics in the paint work. So there's really not that much to do with that other than some cleanup. But I'll do the interior at least tomorrow. And at least the interior part of the glass. And I'll show you how to do a real good clean job and some protection, and give you some tips and tricks for really getting your glass looking super nice. Now these videos that I'm going to do on quote-unquote detailing, they're not for anything restorative. They're not for fixing problems. They're not for old faded paint. They're not for anything with damage. This is meant for new cars, or fairly new cars, within a few years old, that just have normal from the factory paint. And you might think they look really good, and compared to old faded paint, they do, but compared to what they could look like and will look like after you do what I show you in the videos, they look like boring, flat, dull, cheap paint jobs. Okay, it's going to be like this. Look at this green through the plastic. And then look at it underneath. See how richer it is? That's going to be the difference. This is from the factory, and this is after some detail work. That's exactly the kind of difference you're going to notice. This looks great. This looks better. That's all I'm saying. So, the interior in mine doesn't have too much wrong with it. There's just a couple little stains, and I'll show you a little repair I did on the dash, because remember, I got my car a year used, so it just had a few thousand miles on it, but it was 99% new. Really had nothing dramatic that you could even tell it was a used car. There's a couple things I can tell it was a woman's car. I'll show you that in the video. I love these tube boxes because they're easy. Done. But it's nothing I can't fix either. And then I'll show you some of my favorite products, and I'll give you some recommendations, because there are a lot of different kinds of products out there. I don't mean brands, I mean what they do, and I have a lot of experience with them because I just trial and error everything. I used to be a real big car guy, spent a lot of money and a lot of time on aesthetics. So I'll just give you some quick and dirty advice, not only how to do stuff, but what to buy and what to look for. And you can go from there, because it depends on the vehicle and where you live and how much you want to put into it, how important it is to you, what you want to do. And my tastes have certainly changed over the years. I used to not hesitate about spending $150, $200 on some nice wax and polish, and doing that every couple of months. Now I could not possibly care less. I will do it once a year just to protect the paint from damage, and that is it. Other than that, nobody cares what the car looks like. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going here. Don't think I have anything else to babble about at the moment. So I'll see you later today. Getting in a walk here. Nice and warm. Waited for the sun to be up for a few hours here. Got out of the 40s and now we're at least, I don't know, upper 60s at least. Nice and brisk. Another beautiful day. And instead of having dinner and a movie with friends tonight, now I've got a meeting in about an hour with a new client for another new website. So another project to add to the plate. Finally got in some data this morning from one of the other website clients that I've been waiting on. So that's cool. And she got me a lot of the text so I can start to actually design the site and the layout and the pages and everything now. And she said she's mailing me a flash drive with all her images. She was starting to email them, but there were a lot of them and they were taking a long time, so this should be a lot quicker for her. A lot of people don't have real fast upload links, so sending hundreds and hundreds of images can take quite a long time. So that's fine. So it looks like today will be some website work. If I get tired of that, then I will do some more photo work. I quit about 3 o'clock, finally got tired, and got about a third of the way through all the prep stuff, so just a couple hours of that left. Anyway, I'm going to do a nice long walk here, enjoy the day, and then hit the shower and start the meeting. Well, I see the snowbirds across the street are back. They are down here from Ohio. They bought the place from Andy's wife after he passed away a couple of years ago. And this is their second year down. Last year they were here with another couple, all 4 of them living in the house. And they got down here just a few days ago, and I believe last year they stayed just through April. I like it when they're here because they do all the nice landscaping and they take care of the place. But most importantly, when they're not here, the scuzzy neighbor across the street fills the driveway with crappy cars. But now that they're here, they kick them out of the driveway, so it looks nice. Alright, went to Sam's, got some stuff I needed. Big old 40-pound bag of birdseed. Lasting about 2 months, so that's not too bad. They're only $20, dirt cheap. I mean, like a third of the price of what you get at Lowe's or Home Depot or even Walmart. And Chloe needed some more bacon strips, got a dozen roses for the wife, and another Christmas present. Well, the wife's almost home, and I'm kind of out of time here. I want to do the car videos inside the garage, so I'll do it, I think I'll have time tomorrow morning. I can't remember what's on the schedule tomorrow, but I don't think it's anything all day, but that web meeting kind of threw off my afternoon schedule. So, whoa, I'm backlit. Oh, what are you barking at? So anyway, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. I just checked my schedule, and I'm glad I did. I am out pretty much all day tomorrow. I'm leaving about 10 in the morning for some work out a couple hours away. So that is the entire afternoon and evening. I'll probably be back at 6 or 7. So definitely won't be doing the car video tomorrow. Let's see. Friday, I don't have anything scheduled other than normal stuff, so I'll plan on doing that on Friday. I'm going to put it right in my schedule just to remind me and get her done. Now I'll see you tomorrow.